So we're going to do a little Christmas topiary here, and I'm stamping the So Swirled Christmas tree to be able to give us a little texture on the top stars. So I just stamped it twice, but really you could just stamp that tree once and amazingly you could still get 2 stars out of it. So I took the big star punch and punched 1 star, and then got the little punch and I punched a little star. So there we go. Now I've already punched the larger stars in Old Olive. The stars I stamped on were Kiwi Kiss. I'm going to put these 2 together, and so I'm going to line up the stars, and I'm going to line them up with the grid. You can see 2 points are right in a line right there. And then I'm going to come down, there you go, and then I'm going to come down and stick the other star on, and I'm going to line up the other side with the other line so it's parallel, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that with the second star as well, with a little one. This is a little harder to do because they're so little, but you can still do it. So I'm going to put those little guys down there like that, and then you got to find a little tip somehow to hold in there. It's hard to do. And then stick it down, and yay, I did it. Okay, so there's our 2 stars, and now I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of the stars we stamped and punched out, and I'm going to put that on top of the other stars so it gives it some nice dimension. And then this makes some nice 15-point stars that really give that topiary look. Very nice. And just add it here to the little star. There we go. I love this. It reminds me of quilts. So there we go. Now we're going to build the card, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the vase. So what I did was I took and punched out a word window punch, and I punched out a square, large square, and then I just put them together, and I come down on the bottom in about 1/4 of an inch, and I cut diagonally up to the top of the pot or to the rim. Just cut it like that, just eyeing it, and that creates the pot. Okay, and I'm going to assemble the whole topiary onto some beautiful shimmer white paper. So I just took I think that's like a little over 1/4 inch trunk there to have the topiary on, and put adhesive all the way up. I'm going to stick it down. There we go, and now all I need to do is add my topiaries. There we go. Isn't that cool? I really like this look. And then we're going to stick it all together. I like having the chocolate behind it. Just kind of frames it, and it goes with the bark on the stem of the topiary. There you go. Got some great Designer Series paper here. We'll take that and put it down to give us some nice color and texture on the front of the card. Make sure that's nice and straight. There we go. Now we've got some great chocolate chip ribbon here, and I'm going to just turn it into a sticker. I put adhesive all the way across and sticking it down on the card. And I did make it intentionally wider than the card because I wanted to have that snail adhesive all the way across the ribbon. And now I'll just turn it over and trim up the excess, and it'll keep the ribbon, because I took the snail all the way to the ends, it's going to keep the ribbon adhered nicely to the front of the card so it won't start fraying. There we go. And position the topiary and get an idea. But first I'm going to stamp in the upper right corner. There we go. And then I'm going to use a little tab punch here. Yeah, we like it when it doesn't go all the way through the first time. So we'll get it through there. And then I punched a 1/4 inch hole there on the front. And this frame of Best Wishes really lends itself to be able to do the technique here I'm going to do. So I just got this alpine ribbon. I love it. It is just fabulous. And So I just put it through the tab punch on the top, and then I'm going to bring it into the inside of the card. It lays over the top, and then stick it right through the hole and bring it back out the front. Now it's back out on the front, and so I'm just going to tie the ribbon now. I'm not going to tie it in a knot. I'm just going to do one tie, and it'll hold it in place. But it was a neat way to be able to kind of wrap around the Best Wishes stamp. Just get a nice trim up there on the edges, and put some dimensionals on, and then put the topiary on, and that'll finish it up. So there we go. Isn't that fun? That's a fun little card, and I hope you guys will have fun trying to make that.